Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Tales from the Film Set. And yes, I am Ryan O'Regan. I have the lucky job of doing all the introductions and stuff today. Scott is out, along with me at least, is the great Davion Boosie. And I have to do the intro now, which I have to do off my phone because I do not have it memorized like Scott does. So, as always, this is Tales from the Film Set on Spanglish World Network, Zingo TV channel 249 and 250. Kindly make sure to download the Zingo TV app on the App Store for iOS and Android. When you download, make sure to rate and leave a comment. Do both. Both apps are free. Boast your bank. Lastly, Zingo TV is also available on Google Chromecast, Amazon Fire, Fire TV Sticks, Roku Sticks. Roku Sticks? I mean, I thought that was pretty self-explanatory. Roku Sticks and all smart TVs 2016 and newer. I probably should have reviewed that before I read it. Anyway, another week has passed. Davion, how have you been, man?
Long rocky road, but guess what? We're here.
Rocky Road?
Rocky Road, ice cream. You scream.
No, that's not the fat guy in me talking about ice cream. I'm just actually...
No, I'm talking about me.
Don't make yourself too hungry yet. We got a lot to talk about here.
I know.
But so as far as all things considered, like I said, Scott is busy on set. He will be back with us definitely this coming Thursday for She-Hulk episode 2 as we continue along with our watch parties. And we will have a slate of things coming up next month, so keep on track for that. But we definitely do have quite a few news things to talk about. One of them, right, I'm pretty sure has to do with your weekend, Davion. Because you did watch it, right? You did see it.
I saw it in the Japanese version, and I saw it in the American dub version.
Wait, you saw it both times? Both ways?
Yeah.
My God. Okay, well, we're supposed to be talking about Dragonball Super Superhero
Heroes
coming across with a $20 million haul domestically, which is not too shabby. Just look at Gohan right there. Look at Gohan. He's just so happy.
All I have to say is they put some respect in Gohan's name. Put some respect on his name.
Yes. Now, for those of you who don't know, this is anime. Anime happens to be a form of animation that is shown over in, Asia, primarily Japan. And Dragon Ball happens to be one of the largest franchises to ever come from the country, and certainly has mass appeal across here into the States. They have about 24 movies in the entire canon of the series, and this, correct, quite frankly, is the highest grossing movie of the franchise. And critically, actually one of the better ones too. I mean, it's not Broly, and it's not Battle of the Gods, but it's up there. So this is something that's actually a little surprising, because we've heard stories, I'd say mostly during the pandemic, about the grow of anime and its appeal. Certainly, Demon Slayer, Mugen Train had a lot to do with that over the pandemic and how big it became while we couldn't go to theaters. And considering we're now in an August slump of movies at the theaters, it's nice to see something like this actually get some notoriety. If we continue on with what the details were here. It made $20.1 million in its debut from Friday to Sunday. That is not too bad, considering it's basically double what Super Broly did when that movie first came out, which many say is the best movie ever created for the franchise.
Yes. Put some respect in Broly's name.
You are such a stan, I swear to God.
I don't care.
But yeah, it is the widest anime release ever, with the significance of it being done in IMAX, in Dolby Digital, a lot of the larger formats. And also considering this is the first movie of the entire franchise that was done with computer generated animation as opposed to hand drawn animation for the
Correct.
entirety of the film. So this is a big stepping stone for anything Dragon Ball oriented.
Put some respect in Broly's name.
Okay, enough with Broly. Calm down with Broly. But I mean, it's the biggest anime opening of all time, as you can see here from Forbes. It is comparing it to Pokemon, the first movie, Mewtwo Strikes Back, which opened to $31 million way back in like the what was it, the late '90s when it came out.
No, that was early 2020. I mean 2000.
No, that could have been because it was still working with first generation. Remember?
Yeah. Wait, when did Pokemon? Oh God, Jesus Christ! Because I remember going to the theater seeing this movie as a kid.
Yeah, there it is. See, opens with 31 million over the Friday Sunday part of a 50.7 million dollar Wednesday to Sunday debut of November in 1999.
Okay, so it was close to 2000s. Okay, it
Yeah,
was,
but it had been out for a while. We didn't even get like second gen yet. That's how far back that thing went. That was crazy.
yeah.
But I mean, I can't help but say that this is a big win for anyone in the anime realm, anyone in voiceover, anyone who just happens to enjoy like a good kick butt sort of movie. Because, mind you, the action of these kinds of things, it works well for summer blockbusters.
Right.
Now, actually, you saw the movie. I did not, because unfortunately, A list does not allow it to be one of its free movies, and I ain't spending the money that quickly. I got
What?
other things to worry about. Look,
What?
I get it. It would have been only $15
What
if I go to
AMC
see
didn't
it.
allow
Maybe I'll see
y'all
it
to
tonight.
see it?
I
AMC did.
didn't. No, I didn't. Look,
No, no, no. I'm not saying that to bash you. I'm just saying it in a way where I'm like, I'm kind of shocked that AMC didn't allow the AMC listers to go see that movie or part of their
I'm
package.
not surprised only because like this. You have to understand this is still like something of a wide release, and yet it's still a very limited release. This isn't exactly a movie I think AMC is going to keep in theaters for a long time, especially considering what slates of movies domestically may be coming into theaters. So I wouldn't be surprised if AMC only has this out here for like 2 weeks
Wow.
and then it's
Yo,
gone. I'm not saying it's a Fathom release,
no,
like,
it's
those
no.
special event things, but I would not be surprised if AMC doesn't keep it for
But
very
this is
long.
a
But
shocker because Dragon Ball Z is very popular in the US.
right. And
And
imagine
for
how
them
many
to
more people probably could have seen it if they allowed it. I mean, yeah, okay. I mean, monetary value, it probably doesn't make much difference because those people aren't exactly buying new tickets. They're
Mhm,
already they've already bought their ticket with the A list. So I
right.
mean, they get to go in for free. I could have gone in for free, free. I'm still paying a monthly fee, but I could have gone. But no, that's fine. I'm
But
not gonna begrudge about it.
wow.
But yeah, you saw the movie. Give us like your quickie review of what you thought of it,
Overall, it's basically about the Red Ribbon Army being revived.
which
And
is a main factor from the original Dragon Ball series, slightly into Dragon Ball Z, correct?
correct.
Right.
And so Piccolo pretty much finds out what's going on. But here's the other whoever what's the doctor from the Android saga?
Uh, Jiro,
Yeah, he has a son named I forgot his son's name. Start with a B or whatever. He's a scientist.
Pharaoh, probably.
Yeah.
Who knows? That's the way they name those things.
Yeah. And what it is he really want to create superheroes. He don't like making working with villains and stuff. Red Ribbon Army are technically villains. They basically got him out of jail and offered him a deal, even though he was kind of like, I really didn't want to do the deal because that's not his mission. But Piccolo basically was spying on him and found out because he was attacked by one of the androids that this guy created because
It's
they
always the
considered
androids.
him as a villain. They
Right.
consider all the Dragon Ball Z characters as villains at this moment.
So the
So
good guys are considered the bad guys by the bad guys who are being confused into thinking they're good guys.
correct.
That old chestnut.
Yeah. But overall, I'm sorry, this is spoilers for those who don't know.
Okay, spoiler warning, spoiler warning.
Just to give you
Go.
a heads up, spoiler warning. Okay. But Piccolo is trying to get Gohan since Goku, Vegeta, and Brawly are at what's it? Lord Beerus planet just training.
Okay, mind you, Day, there's probably a lot of people watching that have never seen Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Super. So a lot of
What?
these names are just like falling.
I know they're falling out of people's mind like, huh?
It's like,
Huh?
I think I heard that one before. No. So just dumb it down for us if you can.
All right, so I'm gonna make it as short as sweet. So pretty much they go into this Piccolo and Gohan basically. No, Pam gets kidnapped by the Red Ribbon Army and
And Pan is Gohan's
Gohan's
daughter.
daughter.
Yeah.
And so pretty much it goes on, and then they finally had this big fight battle scene, and Piccolo got the Dragon Balls and wished that he had his limited power, so he turns into this rock, Dwayne the Rock Johnson physique type looking guy creature.
Wait, Piccolo turns into Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Looks like it, yeah. A beefier,
Dude,
a
that
bulked
is some
up.
deviant right there. I don't know. That's some stuff you shouldn't look on the internet for.
And Gohan, besides him going Super Saiyan 4,
Okay.
they created a new Super Saiyan version.
Wait,
Gohan goes, I don't know what it is. All I know is Super Saiyan White.
but wouldn't that be essentially what Goku has with Ultra Instinct?
Yeah. Well, his hair is white.
Right. Isn't that what happens with Goku? Same thing,
No,
right?
no, his hair is silver.
Oh, folks, trust me, the power structure of this universe is ridiculous. But
But,
needless to
but
say, okay, everyone gets advanced. There's another reason to buy another Goku character because he's, got a new hairstyle and a new outfit. That's pretty much all you need to know. As far
pretty
as the
much
fandom
once,
is concerned,
yeah.
everything's upwards and onwards.
So pretty much, if you're going to Comic Con, expect Super Saiyan White Gohan to be one of the Funko Pops, a limited
Yeah,
edition.
lots of spiky dudes and different colored hair. It's like while girls were always given like magical girls to kind of cosplay as, guys have Dragon Ball Z characters
Correct.
because they have just as many different colored haired characters, and it's usually
And
like the same three dudes.
and I'm gonna be honest with everybody. I do. If you're a huge Dragon Ball Z fan, you will love this. This is more of a redemption story than it is a Goku and Vegeta basically taking out the bad guys. Gohan becomes the MVP. Piccolo becomes the MVP. Really, Piccolo and Gohan becomes the MVP. They become Michael Jordan and Scottie Pittman of the Chicago
Wow,
Bulls. This movie.
that's a big stretch, man. I mean, I don't know.
No, if you watch it, that's what happens.
I mean, okay, I could see Scotty Pippen Piccolo. I could see that. He's the ultimate support player.
And Gohan is the Michael Jordan. Yeah.
Gohan's. Ooh, I don't know, man.
Okay,
May-
Mike. Okay,
Maybe Luke
Gohan's the
Longley, but
God rest his
outside of that,
soul. God rest his soul. He'll be the Kobe Bryant.
ooh. Okay, Kobe, I can see. Kobe,
Gohan
I
is the
get it.
okay. Kobe is. I mean, Gohan is
If,
the
if,
Kobe
if we're
Bryant.
saying Goku's Jordan, yeah, Gohan is definitely Kobe.
And then what will Vegeta be?
LeBron, always trying to get up like Jordan, but it doesn't get there.
Oh, and they do have an end credit.
Doesn't okay, don't spoil the end credits. Just don't say anything about the end credits.
I'm not.
If you want to go see this movie, go out and see it in theaters right now. There's other things to see, obviously, right now. Bodies is stretched out its release. Beast was apparently a very
Top
decent movie. There's also Top Gun Maverick, which is just beating out everything.
Wait. And then they also got
Bullet
Bullet.
Train, which I did personally love.
I
Yes,
love Bullet Train.
it was a good movie. Yes, I will give you that. But leading into our next topic,
Oh
you may
no.
want to go see these movies in theaters near you quickly because some of the theaters near you may not be there anymore. As it turned out, uh, there is a particular franchise of theaters, of exhibitors, as they call them, that may not be around for very long. So, Regal Cinemas and its owner, Cineworld, uh, may be filing for bankruptcy, which is something that we obviously heard a lot about during the pandemic, most so with AMC theaters, which they got themselves saved. But
Mhm.
yeah, this is a possibility too. And it looks like the way the theaters are going for the next few months leading into the rest of the year, and since there's not a lot of big movies coming out, that could potentially hurt them.
There is some big movies coming out.
Uh,
Let's not
like what?
knock. Let's not knock Wakanda Forever.
Okay, but that's movie at November. What are theaters going to do for September and October?
Oh,
Ah,
Halloween ends. Halloween ends.
oh, I don't know if Halloween Ends is going to bring up that much. But as it says here, via Fox Business, confirmed Monday, considered filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in the U.S. and associated ancillary proceedings in other jurisdictions amid an ongoing evaluation of strategic options. Basically, they're saying, yeah, we may have to close down some theaters and sell some more off to EMC or someone else can buy them up.
Mhm.
Now, I do believe they had trouble in the COVID era, much like most others, but I think Cineworld helped take care of them. But now it's just that's not going anymore for them. I mean, this was supposed to be the year that a lot of theater chains and a lot of exhibitors were able to rebuild themselves,
Right.
and for one reason or another, not enough were coming to Cineworld theaters. Um, falling more than 50% on Friday in their stocks and everything. I know we're not usually the kind of people to talk business, but when it comes to movies, a lot of people will go ahead and simply say sharing a movie in the theaters is the best way to do it. But nowadays, I don't know if that's really the case. We've seen
Is
so
it?
much coming on streaming, good and
Yeah.
bad.
My question
And
is,
yes, some
it
movies, some bigger
yeah.
movies have made it known that they are only going to be shown in theaters. And they're not going to get like a date and date release on streaming or anything like that. But is it possible that we could still see ramifications of this whole close down that we had to deal with? Are theaters still in danger?
um I'm gonna say not all, but some are. And you know, I think AMC is gonna basically take the title and be the dominant theater. Sadly but true. Like I'm just saying because of the fact that AMC has stuck his guns out and said, "Look, they've been through it all." And then there's other theaters that did, but it's not like it was before, where it had the revenue, it had stuff to fall back on. Now they don't because of the fact that. But is it truly the pandemic, or was it more certain people got the COVID relief and others didn't?
I mean, certainly COVID helped and hurt a lot in
Mhm.
regards to the theater chains. AMC has the special distinction of being very, very lucky. And
Mm-hmm.
that's only because that stupid stock purchase meme stuff that was going on during the pandemic with buy up AMC and buy up GameStop and all that other stuff, because those are the hedge funds and those are being bet on to lose. So let's, reverse it and everyone buys it cheap. Had they not been called out by name, AMC would probably have closed before Regal did.
Correct.
So AMC is very, very fortunate. They should be kissing the butts of every single just sweaty person who went ahead and bought stock on them just for the lulz. And if their business practices being what it is, that's not great. AMC does provide a lot of entertainment. I say this as an A-list member. I
And I,
do hope that they keep things going, but
and I say this as a stock share person.
oh, you are business tied. I knew it. I knew it. Oh, oh, you capitalist. Ah,
I'm sorry. Continue.
you, you Donald Trumpian. I don't know what to call you.
Continue. Continue.
No, 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 no. I'm trying to compose myself because we're doing this live and I can't swear. But ooh, if I could.
Wow. For your whatever.
For my whatever. What?
No, whatever. I'm gonna sit here and drink my water.
Yeah, that you bought with money. I'm sure you Rockefeller.
I am
Look at
parched.
you trying to act like you're just drinking Poland Spring like a normal person, not buying like Fiji or Perrier or something.
Times are hard.
Oh, dude, don't start this. Anyway, folks, if you happen to have any comments about whether or not you feel it's going to be a bit of an issue going to the theaters from here on out, do let us know. Um, Obviously, if the theaters do start to decline, that is going to be a big issue for us
Yeah.
actors. Simply because if things are not going to be theatrically released, then that means movies aren't going to be able to get back as much money as they once did. Or at least most movies won't. Certainly big tentpole things like from DC and Marvel and stuff like that, that is almost Teflon. They're heavily protected, but
Right.
mid-range movies, independent films, things that you only hear about through the grapevine that maybe you didn't know were in theaters, and then you go and find out, and it's like really surprisingly good. They may not be getting made as much anymore, which means less opportunities for actors and less pay too, because they're going to really have to tighten their belts in order to make something financially recuperable. We already saw what happened with the fact that Batgirl, which was supposed to be a HBO Max exclusive movie with a $90 million budget, that just got trashed for tax write-offs, as well as most other things on HBO Max. So imagine if most other production
Productions.
production companies and filmmakers start having to like really reconsider how much they put into a film, how much they need, how much they
Mhm.
can willing to part with. That's going to hurt the whole industry.
Right.
And as someone who's finally mentally capable enough after a year of therapy to go back and do acting, I need my money. I'm broke. No, I'm not that bad, but I'm certainly not like Rockefeller or Boosie over here.
Oh, excuse me. No, 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 no.
Dude, if I could put overlays, I would put a top hat and a monocle on you right now. I don't care you got
Hmm.
glasses. I'm putting a monocle over the glasses with your Doctor Evil pinky and your bald head and
Oh, you trying to call me the Monopoly man? By the
oh,
way,
we're gonna move on from
wait.
this.
By the way, it's representing a Monopoly Jersey, representing a Monopoly.
Yes, yes, I know, Atlantic City. Speaking of Jersey, um, Now, I don't know how many of you folks are familiar with conventions that come through either your state or ours. We certainly have quite a few that come through here. One of them being Monster Mania, which is like the parent child to Chiller or
Yeah,
Comic Con, where you get to meet a lot of horror, sci-fi, television, movie actors and actresses, filmmakers. Get a lot of merch. Monster Mania has certainly been very good to me in past years, as far as being able to make connections with people, filmmakers, and conduct interviews with some great celebrities that have come through the Garden State.
I never been to Monster Mania.
You never been to Monster Mania? Wow. Well, you go to Comic Con, so I mean that's fine, but you just have to pay more. But
You know what?
what?
Keep on talking. Keep
All
keep
right, all
talking.
right, all right. But um, as some may say, tragedy or vindication happened at Monster Mania this month. Gary Busey.
Not Davion Busey.
No, definitely not Davion. No, Davion knows better.
Exactly.
Davion's a good boy.
Exactly.
But Gary
Hey.
Busey is facing sex offense charges that occurred during the Monster Mania convention that happened not too long ago. Look at this freak! I swear to God.
But
Sorry.
can I interject on this one? I did hear that he was in a car accident, right? Or a motorcycle accident or something like that in the past, right?
Right, and that
And
explains his particular visage. I
yeah,
don't mean
and
freak as in that. I mean freak as in the things he does, not the way he looks.
no. Because remember, something happened with his. Because remember, it was a head injury. Suppose that basically, I'm not making any excuses to the guy. I'm just saying, medically speaking, could it kind of alter or do something to his brain? Just saying.
That is a possibility, and that's a possibility with anybody. However, considering my own story that I will have to tell about this,
Mm-hmm.
it has been going on for a long time. So if that was the case, the fact that it was never curtailed or handled is an issue.
And maybe that's what it is. It never was handled.
So yes, according to CNN, Cherry Hill, which is Cherry Hill, New Jersey, where Monster Mania usually takes place, um, apparently he is facing charges occurring during the Monster Mania last weekend. Um, as a result, for the investigation, the police department charged Gary Busey, 78, of Malibu, California, with 2 counts of fourth-degree criminal sexual assault, 1 count of criminal sexual contact,
What
and
the
1
heck?
count of harassment. Now, details are still coming forth about this, but the idea was that he was being inappropriate, let's say, groping patrons that were doing photo ops with him. And he, of course, is denying that he did anything inappropriate. Not saying he didn't do anything. He's saying he didn't do anything inappropriate. As a matter of fact, I think another report said that he was going ahead and talking to the police to have them talk the victims or complaints
Mm-hmm.
out of pressing charges against him. So he doesn't think he did anything wrong, but he certainly doesn't want any charges put on him. Sus.
Mm-hmm.
Now, of course, we are sharing this because this did happen in Jersey, always in Jersey. But circle around the screen, kids, and let me tell you a story of Gary freaking Busey. Let me just go ahead and
And
stop
not
sharing that from
Davion
myself.
Bussey. Okay.
No.
His wait, let me get I'm gonna just to let y'all know, my last name is spelled Bussey. His last name is spelled Busey.
Day,
Yeah.
if anyone confused you with Gary Busey, I would slap them for you.
Thank you, but you got some people that are very, very special that happens to do that at times.
Well, I don't know who those people are, but that's fine. But yes, so circle around the screen here, kids, and let me tell you a story. And let Papa Ryan tell you a story about the monster that is Gary freaking Busey.
Okay.
Because while these alleged allegations are against him now,
Mhm.
just for the current comic convention that happened this month, I have it on personal good authority that this has been his actions for quite some time. Let me take you back to 2012. All right, everyone thought the world was going to end. It didn't. That's fine. Monster Mania was happening in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, back around the end of March of that year. I was there to go ahead and conduct interviews for my own personal website and to, just get notoriety, get some practice done. I was there with my camera person at the time, Michael, and we were just scouting around, seeing who we could talk to, seeing what we could do. And we actually, even though we were late in the day, we had lined up three very interesting interviews. First was going to be Ginger Lynn Allen, former adult star. Well, I don't want to say former adult star. She probably still does stuff, really. But famous, legendary adult actress and horror actress, as she was in movies like The Devil's Rejects. Right next to her in the room was Lori Petty, known from Tank Girl, League of Their Own, and since it was 2012, this is right before she ended up becoming a regular on Orange Is the New Black. After that, after we would do those two interviews, we were scheduled to meet up with Malcolm McDowell, the Malcolm McDowell, one of the greatest British actors ever to live, one of the craziest looking actors ever, a horror icon in many senses. That was all supposed to be set up. We were getting the camera ready, we were getting the mic ready, we were about to conduct our interview with Ginger Lynn right after Lori, and then after we get Malcolm. As we are setting up, she is approached by Gary freaking Busey. And what was supposed to be only just a simple hello and, hug and hi, how are you, ended up becoming a debacle because in that instant, he gropes Ginger Lynn Allen in front of me, in front of my cameraman, in front of Lori Petty, because table was right there. We see it go down. And Ginger Lynn Allen, while who is a lovely woman, regardless of what you may think of her career, she is aghast. She is offended. She is shocked. She's like, you don't just do that to somebody. You don't just. I thought we were cool. You can't just do that to me. Now, mind you, Ginger was with somebody at the time. In fact, that person was there with them at the convention. So it's not like this was some sort of weird flirtation thing that people would
Mhm.
probably think, oh, well, she's a porn star. It's probably okay for people to do
No.
that. No,
No.
it's never okay for anyone to do that. It's never
Exactly.
is,
Especially
especially in a professional
public in
atmosphere.
atmosphere. In public, especially like a convention, that's unless they give you the consent and you're at Exotica.
Even then, Exotica, you still ask to do that sort of stuff first. You
Exactly,
just don't
unless
go ahead
they
and do it.
exactly. But they give
Even
you
this, even porn star male to porn star female still asks, "Hey, can I do this, that, and the other thing in front of the public?" Because otherwise, it just looks, creepy.
awkward. Creepy
Yeah,
and awkward.
exactly. But nope, not to Gary freaking Busey. And mind you, I'm saying freaking because usually I say the other F word in public when describing this man. But again, we're live, and I want to
Yeah.
be,
You want to
comfortable
be
with people.
PG-13.
Yes. So, moving on. She is upset by all accounts. He's saying, I didn't do anything. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't do anything. He's just backing off like that. And she's upset. And mind you, me, Michael, Lori Petty, we're just looking at each other and like, okay. And she is going on, and she is really just turned off by it. That's, I think, just from the action, and more so from the fact that he would deny it, or he would just act like nothing happened.
Right.
Michael turned to me and said, "Well, should we just interview Lori Petty in the meantime?" And I'm like, "Well, no, because there's no way we're going to be able to get the interview done with all the screaming that's going on back here."
Right.
And so while we're waiting, unfortunately, Lori's time is up. She needs to go take break, and she leaves her table. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. I understand. If we're still around, we'll come back to you later. And so she leaves. During all this, Ginger Lynn Allen is pretty much talking to her handler, talking to her boyfriend, and just telling everybody, get away from me, get him away from me. I don't want to see him. I don't want to bother him. Gary Busey leaves. She's so upset. She decides to leave. She's done for the day. She doesn't want to deal with anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, I'm not going to go ahead and try to press the interview on her because that would be insensitive.
Right.
So, unfortunately, I lose out on that. So Lori's gone, Ginger's gone. We checked the time to see how late it is. It's late. It's past time that we were supposed to be meeting up with Malcolm McDowell. So we're grabbing the equipment. We're running over to where he is, where the handler was, where I was supposed to talk to him before he left for the day. And he's gone. So all the time that I wasted watching Gary Busey try to wiggle his way out of harassing a fellow actor, I miss out on three spectacular interviews. And in many cases, I haven't been able to interview anyone at a convention or anything like that since. Just out of the factor that I'm almost a little concerned about my own personal timing, and I'd love to try to get an interview with those people again if they ever come back to Jersey. But that was supposed to just be like a landmark moment as
Right.
far as career wise for me, and it all got upstaged by Gary freaking Busey. And I may be one of those people that, dog with a bone, and maybe I should just get over it. Fine. But you know what? This is the point I'm trying to make. This happened back in 2012. I had never seen the man before that. I haven't seen the man after. Who knows how long this sort of stuff has been going on, and it's just been swept under the rug, or people just thought it was, oh, it's crazy Gary Busey, so let it happen. No. Kudos to whoever it was that actually went ahead and rang the bell at Monster Mania over the weekend of that convention. Good that he's finally getting busted for possibly a decade of bad behavior, regardless of whether or not it may have been done due to some sort of car accident. If that's the case, all the more reason he needs to have more people around him stopping him from doing this stuff. And I digress.
And again, to the audience, my last name, yes, it may look similar to his. Just remember there is two S's, not one.
Okay, Day. Let me pose the question to you.
Mm-hmm.
If you were to see or be within a certain amount of distance of a celebrity's bad behavior, knowing that you are someone who works in like the same business as he does,
Right.
do you call them out or do you keep it to yourself?
See, when it's something like that, you do call them out, but you keep it discreet calling them out.
How do you mean?
You had to go somewhere private.
Well, when you mean like private and tell him to stop or tell someone else?
No, tell him And if it escalates, then you may have to get somebody else, because it's a weird setup. Like, you work with this person that's just like Harvey Weinstein. Some people call them out, and others they call them out in secret, and then others they don't call them out at all.
Right, but Weinstein, I think, is a little bit more of an exaggerated situation considering he swung around so much power. He wasn't
Mhm.
just like a fellow entertainer. He was a person who made moves,
Right.
not just on women. Um, he was the kind of guy that you always hear about. The casting couches and the power players and stuff like that. Even better that someone like that gets called out on their BS. But I'm talking about like just a fellow actor. Now, mind you, yes, Gary Busey before whatever may have happened to him. He was a well noted actor. You
Right.
know, he had done some good things. I keep confusing him with Nick Nolte myself, but he's done stuff.
Right.
But I'm sorry. I mean, if it's me, I I'm calling out on it from that point on. Like I didn't know if I should say something considering I was just like a spectator and I wasn't the person necessarily involved in the incident. But I have to imagine that Ginger Lynn Allen went ahead and complained to somebody, and still, I don't know for whatever reason, but they keep allowing him back at the convention. I mean, hopefully now they won't, but I just hate to think that because people have some sort of notoriety that they're allowed to get away with this, that, and the other thing. I know we've seen
Well,
a lot of people in like Me Too movements and
right.
stuff like that, but
And it's still going on. People are getting canceled left and right. Some for speaking their own opinion, their own mind. Others because of what they did that was crazy. Like, look at the guy that, what's his name? The guy that's playing the Flash.
Ezra Miller,
Ezra Miller.
another product of Jersey, I should add, from Wyckoff.
Uh, you know, he's asking for help. It's a cry for help. I don't know what type, I don't know the situation with him. We all don't know. But at the same time, you got an opportunity. See, this is what I have to say.
Okay, go ahead.
There's a lot of celebrities that don't understand the power and the opportunity they have at the grass of their hands. That some of us, even me, Ryan, Scott, other people I work with in the film industry, independent film industry, let me correct myself, that would love to have, you know, and the actions and their mentality, you don't know whether it's family, the producer, or or their managers to say, go ahead, just keep doing what you're doing. We got your back. But at the same time, you gotta know there's a limit to everything. You know, you can't just do what you want to do. You are a representation of every, like, you're matter of fact, let me correct myself. All eyes are on you, like Tupac would say.
Fair.
And when I mean all eyes on you, you have children, you have teenagers, you have young adults, you have older adults, you have middle-aged people. We all looking at you because guess what? You are that image. You are what everybody else wants. Like me, Ryan, and everybody else that I basically name, we want that opportunity. We want that representation. And for you to throw that and be, oh, I just want to grope and do this, and it's a fan. Come on, that's not a good thing. That's not a good image.
I'm just cold staring at anybody who might be listening to this,
You
adding
know,
emphasis to your words.
and it's just that you gotta have and this is directed to all the celebrities that's out there. You are being watched. You are being monitored. And yes, we're trying to, and it's a big opportunity for you. It's not just for you, but it's the representation. It's your family representation. It's your celebrity status representation. This is stuff we want to do. We basically work so hard, but we're not quite there yet. But are we going to be there? Yeah, we're going to get there.
Hopefully.
Definitely. No, not hopefully. We are going to get there.
Sorry.
But at the same time, you got to show the example that I understand that you're human. We all make mistakes, but you can't continue making the same mistakes over and over, knowing you have a platform.
And mind you, we're not necessarily saying that every celebrity should go ahead and be like, pure of heart and mind.
Right.
Everyone's human. Everyone has their vices, their kinks, their whatever. But that is on your own time. If you do that stuff, own up to it or keep it shut.
Correct.
No reason for that stuff to bleed over to the general public who has put you on the pedestal that you are on. So that's my soapbox. Yeah, man, it's like eventually I will stop complaining about it. But now, knowing that it wasn't just an isolated incident, like if there's anybody else, celebrity, guest, otherwise, who has ever had any kind of interaction with Gary Busey or any other celebrity in the state of Jersey, and it's gone on like this, let us know. All right. If you want to go ahead and voice it publicly, that's on you. If you want to go ahead, tell us in private, but you want us to relay it, let
Right.
us know, and we will bat for you. We will tell the story. We will let it be known that this sort of stuff goes on, because right now Jersey is growing as a place for a lot of film production. So
Mm-hmm.
movies, television, celebrities, they're only going to be coming more and more, not less and less.
Right.
Which means the sooner we get a handle on how we handle these situations, the better. Hopefully, this is a cautionary tale, and if there's anyone that does act up, they know better than to do stuff in Jersey, or at least at a convention where they're taking photo ops with people and having them right next to them. I mean, heck, even Ron Jeremy got busted for sexual assault, and that's a
And you
man
have
who would touch a tree inappropriately if he could.
right. Right.
So, again, just voice it, let it be known, and we will go to bat for you. Anyway, we've got about, I'd say about 6 or 7 minutes left.
Nope. Nope. 2 minutes.
2 minutes? No.
Yeah.
We end at 55. I'm only seeing 48.
Good question.
Oh my god, no. Okay, production is telling me 2 minutes.
Told you.
Well, I don't usually look at the private chat. I don't know. Okay, fine. 2 minutes. So, while we end the show on this dire note, do know that we are going to be back around and follow us at wherever you can find Tales from the Film Set or Films.Tales as it airs on Twitter. Scott, Davion, and I will be going ahead and taking care of She-Hulk Episode 2. So do come around, watch it with us, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time this Thursday. And Scott will be back with us again Tuesday coming up for the next show. For myself, Ryan O'Regan, for Davion Busey, I do wish you all good night and speak up.